From the 18th century, book and type designers in England during the war period continued the tradition of grid printer, but this had been changed by William Morris in the late 19th century. Design of new type required invention and respect for tradition, knowledge of industrial process, and a feeling for the purposes of audience for printed communication. Edward Johnston, a British master typographer, who designed a sans-serif typeface that was used throughout London Underground system. Student Eric Gill also developed typefaces known as Gill Sans. Both of them has found the advantage of sans-serif typefaces and expanded its application. The major foundries had introduced versions of sans-serif faces. At the same time, grotesque had also been invented by Berthold Foundry of Berlin, another remarkable typographer. Stanley Morrison, who designed the best-known typefaces as Times New Roman for the London Times, which first printed in 1932. Both of these fonts were used primarily for titles and headlines in newspaper and advertisement rather than body text. Jan Chicquet. He was a German graphic designer. He is one of the strongest advocates of constructivist principles for the commercial printing industry during the later 1920s and early 1930s. He introduced his artistic idea in his book, New Typography, published in 1927. He designed 4 types of sans-serif: Transit, Saskia, Zeus, and Sabron. He embraced a new discipline for the composition of the text and images without decorative borders and flourishes, which influenced the later art movements, such as Bauhaus art style, which is more economic, geometric design and by its respect for materials, and the DCG, which emphasized the pure abstraction and universality by reduction of essential forms and colors. The principles of clear communication that are favored the use of sans-serif typography, halftone use of photograph, rather than hand-drawn illustration and asymmetrical layout. He promoted the use of halftone photograph for modern printing. He considered that the reproduction of photographs opened up new possibilities for printing industry. The creation of photo montage as one of the innovations in using photographs for posters. Norman Rockwell, American illustrator. In Rockwell's work, images steered away from troubling associations, connecting products with the good life. This poster illustrates a festive family meal publishing in the midst of World War II, amid government-imposed rationing and shortages in support of war effort. In contrast to Rockwell's work, other contemporary public art seemed to address more directly the hardship of many Americans during the Depression, indicate the ordinary everyday activities of traditional work and recreation during a time of high unemployment in the hope of building national economical means of simplified text and visual image to serve a variety of public service purposes during the war. Public designers during World War II not only created posters for recruitment, public service, and influencing public opinion, but also designed training manuals in which the efficient and strong visual communication of information proved effectively. The IKEA user manual has employed a similar visual communication as used during interwar period.